The line at the bank was moving slowly, the kind of slow that makes people sigh louder than necessary and tape their feet as if impatience could speed time itself. Rain streaked down the glass walls outside, blurring the city into gray smudges. A tired-looking man stood near the ATM, holding a small boy's hand. His jacket was worn at the elbows, his shoes carefully cleaned but told, "Before you settle in, let me tell you these up. If you believe kindness never comes back, or that quiet people have nothing extraordinary behind them, stay with this story until the very end. And if stories like this touch your heart, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you look at the world." All Adam wanted was to check his balance. That was it. No withdrawals, no transfers, no drama, just a quick look, so he could calculate whether groceries would mean rice and beans again or if he could afford a small treat for his son, Noah, who tugged at his sleeve asking if they could share a chocolate bar later. Adam smiled and said, "We'll see, buddy," the kind of answer parents give when hope and reality are still negotiating. Behind them, a group of uniformed officers walked in, their presence filling the room with authority. At their center was Fleet Commander Richard Hale, a man whose name alone could straighten backs and silence rooms. He had spent decades commanding ships, making decisions that affected thousands of lives. Today, he was here for a routine transaction, expecting nothing more than efficiency and respect. As Adam stepped up to the ATM, Noah watched the screen with wide curiosity. Adam slid in his card, shielding the keypad with his hand as he entered the PIN. The machine hummed softly. When the balance appeared, Adam froze, not because it was high, but because it was dangerously low. His shoulders slumped almost imperceptibly. He exhaled through his nose, steadying himself. Noah looked up. "Is it okay, Dad?" Adam nodded, forcing a smile. "Yeah, we're okay." The fleet commander, waiting behind, glanced over casually. He noticed Adam's pause and the boy's hopeful eyes. A smirk crossed his face, not out of cruelty, but habit, the reflex of someone used to judging quickly. "Having trouble there?" he asked lightly, loud enough for a few people to hear. A chuckle followed from one of the officers. "ATM must be showing bad news," the commander added, amused. Adam felt heat rise to his face. Years ago, comments like that might have broken him, but life as a single dad had taught him something different. He turned slightly, polite but firm. "No trouble, sir. Just checking." The commander laughed softly. "Right, balance checks can be broken bar eye-opening." More chuckles. Noah squeezed Adam's hand tighter. Adam ended the transaction and stepped aside, his jaw set, dignity intact. What no one noticed, not even Adam, was that the ATM glitched for a split second before resetting. For a brief moment, the transaction history scrolled faster than it should have, and that was when Commander Hale's smile faded. He had caught a glimpse, not the low balance, but the incoming deposits. Numbers, repeating, large, unusual. His trained mind, used to spotting anomalies on radar screens, locked onto it instantly. He stepped closer, his tone changing. "Excuse me," he said, "Sarah broken bar, what was that account?" Adam stiffened. Years of being underestimated made him cautious. "It's just my account." The commander frowned. "Those deposits a broken bar, they looked like military disbursements." The room grew quiet. Adam hesitated, then sighed. "They are." One of the officers straightened. "Sir?" the commander said, now serious. "What's your name?" Adam raised. The commander's eyes widened almost imperceptibly. He pulled out his phone, typing quickly. The color drained from his face as he read. Then, slowly, deliberately, he stood at attention. The laughter was gone. Adam Reyes wasn't just a struggling single dad. Years ago, he had been a financial systems analyst embedded with naval operations overseas. When a classified cyber attack threatened to cripple fleet logistics during a critical mission, it was Adam working through nights without sleep who rerouted funds, protected accounts, and ensured sailors were paid and supplied. He had saved the operation from collapsing, but when the mission ended, he declined promotions, declined medals, and went home to care for his sick wife. After she passed, he left service quietly to raise Noah alone. The deposits weren't wealth. They were delayed compensations, emergency back pay, and restitution ordered years later after an internal review finally acknowledged his contribution. The commander swallowed. "Mr. Riasa broken bar, I owe you an apology." His voice carried through the bank. "I laughed without knowing who you are or what you've done." People stared. Adam shifted uncomfortably. "It's fine, sir. I don't need a yes." "You do," the commander interrupted gently. "Not recognition, respect." He looked down at Noah. "And so does he." The commander knelt. "I level with the boy." "Your dad is a hero," he said simply. Noah's eyes sparkled. He looked up at Adam as if seeing him anew. Adam felt his throat tighten. All the nights of doubt, all the quiet sacrifices, suddenly acknowledged in a way he had never asked for. The commander turned to the bank manager, requesting a private room. Inside, away from curious eyes, he explained that Adam's financial situation was about to change, and not because of charity, but because of justice. Additional benefits had been approved: education funds for Noah, healthcare coverage, opportunities Adam never chased because survival had taken priority. Adam listened in stunned silence. "I didn't do it for this," he finally said. "I know," the commander replied. "That's why you deserve it." When they left the bank, the rain had stopped. Sunlight broke through the clouds, reflecting off wet pavement. Adam bought Noah that chocolate bar. They sat on a bench, sharing it, laughing as melted chocolate smeared their fingers. That night, Adam tucked Noah into bed. "Dad," Noah whispered, "are we rich now?" Adam smiled softly. "No, buddy, but we're safe." And we always were. As Adam turned off the light, he realized something profound. The balance that mattered most had never been on a screen. It was measured in resilience, love, and the quiet strength to keep going when no one is watching. So if you ever feel unseen, remember this story. Sometimes the world laughs because it doesn't know your journey, but truth has a way of revealing itself at just the right moment. If this story moved you, please like the video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more stories that remind us all that dignity, sacrifice, and kindness always come back around.